Hey everyone, I'm Mystic Lloyd. This is my stream update for Wednesday the 30th and Thursday the 31st of April. Road 12 is complete on the Minecraft pixel art and the finish line is finally in sight. With only 2 roads remaining, it's a mix of excitement and a bit of disappointment knowing the build is nearly done. This road felt like a bit of a grind at times, especially during sections with constant block changes where we pushed through and made it to the end. The image is really starting to come together now, so if you've been watching closely, you might already have a good idea of what it is. Make sure to get your guesses in soon before it's too late. Use !guess on Twitch, Kick and YouTube and fill out the form before the final reveal in the next parts. Jumped back into SpaceChem thinking I was making solid progress on the final level that I wanted to tackle, but it quickly turned into a real challenge. Things just weren't clicking the way I expected, and this mission ended up taking longer than anything I've worked on in the game so far. It definitely feels like the difficulty is ramping up hard from here, and while I could probably solve it with enough time, it's clear I'm reaching my limit with this one. Because of that, I've decided this will be the last mission I attempt for now. I still really enjoy the game, but pushing further feels like it would turn into more of a grind than fun. It's time to rotate it out and move on to something new. Tried out the Squirreled away demo as a nice change of pace to wrap up the stream, but by that point in the night, I was definitely starting to lose focus and wasn't fully keeping up with everything going on. I decided to leave most of the demo for the next stream where I played a bit further to what felt like it should have been the end. However, with the game starting to struggle performance-wise, I ended up calling it there. Normally I like to fully finish demos, but I'd seen enough of this one to know I want to keep going. So instead of pushing through the demo, I'll be continuing on with a full version of Squirreled Away in future streams. Jumped into STALCRAFT X and was surprised by just how popular it seemed. At first it looked like mostly a solo experience focused on missions, but it quickly became clear that it's actually an online game where you can interact and compete with others. I initially started out in the EU servers without realizing before another player pointed out the CA servers were available. Switching over meant restarting my character, but since I'd only just finished the tutorial, it wasn't a big loss. From what I've heard, SEA servers aren't as populated, so it might end up feeling closer to solo experience anyway. We'll have to see how that plays out as I continue progressing through the game. Return to Star Tracker and the controls on the PC are starting to feel a bit more natural, whether that's from practice or just getting used to them over time. That said, there were still plenty of moments where the truck had a mind of its own and didn't quite cooperate. There's also a lot more to manage than just parking. In the last mission I ran into ongoing issues with both fuel and oxygen at different points, and with my funds already low, there wasn't much room to recover after failing the job. Next time I'll likely focus on smaller contracts to build my money back up before attempting the main story missions again. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. If you'd like to see what happens next, catch the next stream on Kick, Twitch, YouTube and TikTok. Just look for Mystic Lloyd.